All right, everyone, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me, as always, is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hello! I hope everyone is having a wonderful day.
So are we all. So am I. Next on the show, we have Noble.
Red, if you're going to sit there with your armband on, I'm going to make the bastards.
Hey! Raider pride, bro.
Also,
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
supermarket. Knock off Lego. Literally, they were too cheap to
Wait.
go with the real stuff.
Woolworth. What does it say on the top?
Woolworths.
Bricks. Is that what they're calling them? Bricks?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
you're
gonna be
kidding
like one
me.
of those-
It's a supermarket.
Oh my
Goddamn
god.
idiots.
what?
No, literally, it's knockoff Lego.
They made a knockoff Lego of their own supermarkets.
Yeah.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Oh my
I am
god.
sure children are going to be screaming for this stuff.
Oh, you know they already are. You know they already are.
Yeah.
You know, whenever supermarkets do this, you have people lining up and, you have people collecting toys and such.
He's really doing this live, isn't he?
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
it before once.
And I'm gonna do it again, huh?
Yeah.
Next on the show, we have Gil.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's certainly been a while since I've been on the show, and well, I've been more on, but for that I apologize because I've been busy making lemonade off the lemons life have given me.
That's pretty much the best we can do in life, mate. But it's a pleasure to have you back on.
I am glad to be back on as well, too, Jolt.
Anytime. And finally, we have Mighty Red Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that I'm clearly being a signal wolf today, especially with the background. And I decided to just throw on my fursuit today, because why not? And of course, had to have a certain armband. Of course, guys, show Raider Pride. It's going to be a fun one today. We're stacked and packed. Come on, guys, let's do this.
And Red, this is the first time that you're debuting your fursuit, right? Like in public?
Well, I have that around my state, but not really online before.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it before, and it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I decided to just do this with the cool background. I mean, you can see that's the thing is you don't know when they're going to change, so that's going to be happening live throughout the show.
Right on, man. Right on.
Here we go. It's going to be a good one.
Yes.
That's what we've been doing. So, let's start. To start the show off, we have a couple of very important days which are happening, or which will be happening very soon. Mighty Red Wolf, would you like to start us off?
I mean, today is actually National Suicide Prevention Awareness Day, actually. That's actually all day today. And we know there's a lot of people that are struggling out there. One of them being, of course, myself, and I know a couple of other furs that have been struggling with this. And, we got to prevent people from killing themselves. I mean, I hate to say this, but, we got to prevent that. I mean, we all need help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I heavily agree with. And, coming in as well, too, I had a bit of struggle with that a couple of while ago, too, but, I've adopted some philosophies in life as well, too, that basically it just says that suicide is fucking pointless, man. If you think life is shit, then well, you're just gonna go to wait to the eternal nothing.
Yeah.
I hear
For
the
some
regret
people,
on the way
they
down
think that that's the
is-
only way out, but it's definitely something that we should be aware of. And a lot of furs and people in general do struggle with this, and it's good to have awareness of it.
I have heard that
Hopefully
people
reach out and
who
help.
have survived falls on purpose, they generally find they have regret while in midair. So, heads up.
Yeah, like your life is literally flashing before your eyes, and then, the last couple of seconds, what are you thinking in your mind, right?
Indeed,
I mean,
it is.
you only get one life, basically. You can't waste it.
Even though this world is shit and all, but you gotta enjoy what you can.
Yeah, and again, I just want to say, in light of everything that we're facing, we understand that suicide rates are on the up and up,
Because,
Given that, I guess
COVID
like there's just
because,
an air of
the lockdowns and everything.
hmm
Yeah,
lockdowns
you
and
know,
everything.
everything's getting worse. I mean, we're actually under another lockdown here in Hawaii again.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
I know.
It's terrible.
Shit. You and me both. You and me both. And don't start mentioning here because I know all about it. But
I
again,
know.
just to round this off, basically, there is no shame in asking for help. There's really nothing weak about it in asking for help.
But one thing that I do despise the most is when you ask help. Some people would just take advantage of you and whatnot too.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everyone knows, it's not the 80s and the 90s where it's considered to be weak. Asking
It's
for
not.
help.
It's saving a life. I
Mm.
mean, that's what you got to do. Like,
I mean, sometimes you have to ask. That's all it
Oh.
is.
No, just in
Sometimes-
general as well. A lot of
So-
people see it as a form of weakness, which will, if you're able to identify that, this is causing a problem and ask for help, that's not a weakness.
As a matter of fact, sometimes you gotta save your own ass from yourself too.
yeah. Sometimes you need some friends.
That's
After
pretty
all,
much all we can
human-
ask for. That's really all you need.
After
And
I mean,
all,
you know, listen.
I mean,
'cause-
For me though, guys, I'm actually kind of glad that I joined the group at first because around here, around Hawaii, all the other furs are a bunch of like literal neo-Nazi jackasses, and I'm kind of glad that I
Yeah.
met you guys and I
Now,
have
now,
all you guys
now.
as friends.
When you say neo-Nazis, are you referring to people who actually shave their heads bald and paint the actual swastika on their forehead, or are you just referring to people who are wannabes?
There actually was one that actually was literally dressed up like that.
So are they in like a prison gang?
Well, something like
Probably.
that, and then they follow nothing but communism. So I
What?
even have
Those
Ah.
things, hey.
yeah, I
That's
even
never-
have all that evidence. So it's like, I don't want to be with these jerks,
There's some crazy
never-
people out there, man.
All right.
For sure.
So,
Yep,
second important day. Now, I understand that the Australian time machine is on this specific day, but the American one is not yet.
Oh my goodness, Joel, are you gonna talk about Spyro?
Well, as a matter of fact,
47, 82, 93.
hey Vera, take it away.
Okay,
Okay.
well, guys, guess what happened yesterday? On September 9th, that was the 23rd anniversary of Spyro the Dragon. That's right,
Ooh.
23 years of our favorite purple hero flaming his way through the world. Oh my goodness. And Twitter has been going crazy with artwork. And I reposted like 3 or 4 different things. Hell, I even posted a picture of my original playbook from Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
I love Spyro.
I can
Okay,
tell you love
that,
Spyro
that,
lots.
that happened yesterday. Right on.
It's gonna be that's cool though. I
And
can't
again,
believe it
it
though.
was good memories too. Like for many of us, it would have been our first foray into gaming if you were like in the a '90s kid. Like I
Yeah,
was.
same.
Come on,
Spyro was the
90s.
first game I ever played.
I mean, come on, Aviero. I mean, we're both born in the '90s, weren't we?
Yeah, man.
There's a lot
Memories
of stuff
here.
that was good. The '90s was the last best era.
I
If you found-
agree. Hell,
the-
I grew up on Sparrow, man. That shit's awesome.
Oh yes. Oh
the
yeah.
thing is also that the 2000s were also were good as well too, but not as good as the 90s could ever be for sure.
Oh come on, the '90s. I mean, I would consider that for a lot of like TV shows, like the Attitude Era. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a
Dude.
good point. You're right.
They were still,
Dude.
by that point, they were still coming
Attitude.
down from the 80s and the 70s, so,
Hell, even like Spyro had attitude too. He was like so
Exactly.
snarky. Like in his interviews, he's like, "Where's Nasty Nork? I'm gonna torch him." All that kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep.
time.
There was
was
also
based.
skateboarding. There was a lot of skateboarding.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
And even
That
Spyro
happened
got
too.
into the whole shindig too.
Oh yeah.
Good times. So,
Indeed.
as before we go, we would like to live comment and to wish one of our favorite panelists a birthday. Alyssa, Hi.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Alyssa.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
you know what? Hey,
Happy
don't
birthday.
it's okay if I take this away for her real quick. Alyssa, I am super glad I met you. I am glad that you're my pup. Happy birthday to you, and I hope it's the best one ever.
Yay! Aw, Allie, happy birthday!
I would
I hope
clap
you're
more
having
if
a
I could.
fantastic day.
Indeed. I would clap more if I could, but unfortunately I stabbed myself in my hand with a screwdriver.
Oh my
Ouch.
Jesus! What the
That
bonker?
sounds a little screwy.
A flathead screwdriver to the palm of my hand, yes.
Ah!
Do we need to substitute your hands with screwdrivers surgically?
Probably
Or do
my
we have to go with
fingertips
like
would be
Edward
better.
Scissors hands?
My fingertips would be better as the slots you put the screwdriver and whatnot. Now that would be a good one too if that was possible. But
I don't know,
highly
man. Like
highly
whenever
doubt
you
it.
want a screwdriver, just go like go gadget screwdriver or something.
Wow.
Yes.
If only it was Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, it's a real shame we didn't get Lupin instead we got bloody Inspector Gadget.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that was-
right on that.
Can't complain.
In
I
my-
guess the cartoons of the time, I can't really complain too much.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, some of them had their ups and downs, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
All right, definitely that's it. So, shall we start biting into the meat of the articles then?
Let's do this.
All
Anyone a
right.
hyena?
I think
I
you're
would
about
love
to start laughing so hard now. So, with this one, get the adage, get woke, go broke bullshit. I smell projection.
What we got here?
Rejection.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, have a look at this. So, there is a production company, like a board game company or some sort of thing, Evil Hat Productions, and they say on their tweet, "There's no such thing as a quote unquote and a political game." This page from Thirsty Sword Lesbians sums up our stance quite nicely.
Uh-huh.
Reminder: if you don't like our politics, don't buy our games. We literally don't want nor need your money. The "get woke, go broke" quote unquote mantra is full bullshit.
Are you sure about that?
That's why I said
Gillette
myself
sort of learnt the hard way.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they want it, so might as well let them get it what they want.
And now this is, they're about to learn a painful lesson the hard way.
Oh, people
Yeah,
will still
boy.
buy this stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
they
they
will,
will.
just a
They
virtue
will.
Oh, yeah.
signal.
I know,
Oh,
yeah.
look
they'll
at me.
still
I'm
go
not a
after
bigger.
this.
I can buy this game. I'm not a fascist. I can buy this game. Look at me.
Wait,
Wow.
no. The people need to ask themselves, but am I actually a fascist or not?
Yeah, that's
sometimes
good.
makes you
That's a
wonder.
good question. Like, what do you do, right? What do you do?
All right, guys.
That's not
Yeah.
the question. This is just silly.
This
You
is
know what?
so
Point of this
good.
game?
You know what's silly? Let's take a look at the name first and foremost. Read the name for me, please. One of you.
Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Wait, what
Yeah.
is it?
What?
Thirsty
What
Sword
the-
Lesbians.
Oh my lord. Thirsty sword
Oh my
lesbian.
God, what the hell kind of name is that?
Did you know I actually struggled to say that with a straight face?
I'm
sounds-
trying not to break down in laughter here.
It sounds
Oh
like an
my
analogy
goodness.
for a dick,
I'm
I
just done
can't
inside.
even.
which makes me
How is
question
that
whether or not they
appropriate?
are lesbians.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
no.
have you heard the adage, penis envy?
Yep.
Yeah, that reeks of it.
Yes, and on
Yeah,
that note,
it does.
our show has now been rated as adult because of that. So,
What?
whatever.
Oh,
That's a badge of honor.
oh no.
Because-
Damn you, thirsty lesbians!
Go
Yeah.
get some water. Stop being so thirsty.
No, we
That's-
can't blame them for that.
By the way,
Alright,
hey, Joe, could you
okay.
help?
Let us go through. Oh, here's a good live comment. Fesogash Cyanak. Thirsty Sword Lesbian sounds like an abusive porn movie.
That's right. It fucking is.
Oh my God, yes. That is so true.
Hardcore
I agree
abusive
with
porn
that.
movie. Holy shit.
All right. Okay, let us read this checklist of what you must be eligible for in order to purchase this thingamajig. The
Wait,
game.
there's eligibility?
Apparently,
Right.
yes.
Read this. To play Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you must. Who'd like to read the list one by one?
Support racial liberation, intersectional feminism, and queer liberation. Respect transgender people,
Oh, yeah.
non-binary people, intersex people, and women. Right now, respect radicalized people,
Racialized
black-
people.
Yeah, well, racialized. Yeah.
Hold on. Fuck
Uh.
you, Jolt. There, I can't play the game.
There we go. Respect racialized people like black, indigenous, mixed race people, or other people of colors.
Wait.
Respect sex workers.
What?
Respect disabled peoples. Fuck you and your fucking vegetable and your fucking wheelchair. There we go. And I can't play the game now. Respect immigrants, fucking illegals. Respect lesbians and other people with queer sexualities. Respect people experiencing poverty or homelessness. Respect neurodivergent people such as those on the autism spectrum. Respect fat people and people of all body shapes. Not demand that everyone educate you on your marginalizations.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That.
Okay,
It
so hold
says,
on. There is
no
a lot of people.
fascists or bigots allowed, and this is a game that people would actually want to play.
So
No,
hold
not
up.
me.
I've seen a lot of people online, basically in the work community, targeting and ignoring mixed race couples simply because of who they're married to.
Okay.
So yeah, that coming up, there's a lot of people in the community that have to turn around and say, sorry, you can't play this, unfortunately, with what you've said to people of color on television or on YouTube or whatever.
Oh.
Oh,
So they just excluded a large portion of their community.
Is this some kind of like joke? Like this is real? This is a real
I
thing?
think. Going by the tweet of the creators, I think they're being for real.
Yep.
And
that
This
is
has
true.
gotta be a joke,
unironic.
though.
Yikes! Holy
I mean,
crap!
this seems like a joke, though. That's the thing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
respect
It sounds like a
immigrants,
joke.
disabled people, sex workers. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Or like, what are you talking about?
Look,
I don't
when
know.
I was younger, it was not respect; it was don't harass.
So you know.
I mean,
what it
if you're a whore,
means.
you're a whore. You know, sex workers, they're trying to be all PC about it. What the hell? What does that have to do with a freaking video game?
I
Right?
don't
Is this a
even
video
know.
game or is this a board game?
This is a board game.
Oh, okay,
Anyway.
it's a board game. Well, still, whatever. It's a game regardless. And
Yes.
sword lesbians. Yikes.
Okay. Get this. Let's read the last statement here at the bottom of the checklist.
If you don't agree, fix your heart before sharing a table with other people. If you do agree, you're struggling with self-loathing over any aspect of pretending that's our identity. That's understandable. We're taught to hate ourselves in so many ways. Come on, let's celebrate the existence of joy in people like us. Oh, and one last thing: respect sex workers. Go fuck yourselves, a bunch of cum dumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
That's what
my
I'm saying.
God.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is so messed up.
Sorry,
Board game or not, like, what the crap even is this?
I'm
Well,
sorry.
who
but
would
that
wanna
whole
play
board
this?
game itself.
I hate to say this. I mean, it's just. I hate to say this. I'm gonna put this out there. It's just a load of bullshit, basically.
Yeah, it is
Well,
propaganda.
when I sit
It
there
is.
and read that and look at that description, to me it just says racism, sexism, and complete bigotry. Exclude all these people because they have a different view on life.
Mhm.
Fucking hell.
Right
Mm.
though, if you don't agree with us, you're not welcome to play our game. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not gonna
Yep.
buy it anyway.
It's just
Boo.
a fucking waste of time, too, in my opinion.
My interest in wanting this game has been reduced to 0.
Thankfully.
Zero, zero, nada, nothing. I want
Zilch.
nothing to do with it.
You guys had better thank us for the free advertisement, by the way.
You know
Oh
they
yeah,
won't.
they should.
You know they won't.
Yeah.
Just like we
Even
need
though
to thank
we're
everyone
crapping
who's
on
been
it.
talking smack about us online. Thank you.
By the way,
Mhm.
yeah, Joel.
And
by the way,
yes, I do realize that we have been receiving an interesting set of complaints in the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. By the way, take a look at this, Jolt. Boombox says, "Who's gonna buy this?" Right?
Right.
Well, you see, there are actually some poor people, like homeless people around that they're cold and whatnot too, and they sometimes need a good fire.
What?
That's a good
Oh, how
question,
much-
actually.
Oh, okay. all
Right.
That would
right.
only, Gil. That will only work if they're given a bunch of copies for free.
If they ever do that.
I doubt that.
I think if I were to end up, in a misfortunate situation of being in a homeless shelter, I still would not touch that.
Well, if they're a bunch of socialists, then they're just going to distribute the game for free because everything's free.
But
Joel?
they sell it. But these sellers are
Yes.
going to be capitalists. You see what I
Don't
mean?
forget that the rule book can be used as toilet paper. So you would want to touch it. I mean, the cardboard itself for the gamepad you could use to like really scrape up under there if you needed to, do a bit of work to
Indeed.
clean yourself. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, touching it would be useful for. Yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, good point. And then again, there's the toilet paper situation that's still, that we've learned in the past year or so. So, next thing, shoot me being post, live comment. What about gay gun furries? Do you respect them? Do you respect?
Actually, I do respect them. Even way more than people can think about. As a matter of fact, I've even met a couple of them, and they're so cute and snuggly.
What's a gay gun furry?
Let's say you're gay, you're a furry, and you own a gun. Let's say.
Okay,
Avera, I'm
check,
pretty
check,
sure.
and check.
Yeah.
Avera, I think it might be referring to Lazy Gun Guy, or as we knew on Second Life, Lazy Gun Gay.
Oh.
I posted his song on the chat a few months ago. Thank you, Ali, by the way.
Anyhow, moving on to the list, Jolt.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
what do we got?
essentially, it is a board game. I don't know what the heck this, and as much as I'd love to go and dig in, which is going to be weird. Can I just, let's run through a
I
couple
thought
of
it was
these.
a video game, which wouldn't surprise me if it was or not. But
If it was a video
Oh.
game, I think we'd never hear the end of it. We'd never.
probably.
I mean, that game is so shit that scalpers, when they would buy it, they would sell it back for half the price.
I think, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, just imagine if you at your local board game shop and how stacked this is. All right,
Mhm.
let's have a look. All right, guess what? We found the official page for what the Thirsty Sword Lesbians is about.
Holy
Uh-oh,
shit!
So,
let's see.
Love,
Oh
swords,
my
and
god.
adventure. Thirsty Sword Lesbians battle the Lady of Chain when her enforcers march down from the frosty north. They rocket through the stars to safeguard diplomats, ending a generations-old conflict. Even when swords are crossed, they seek peace with their opponent, and sometimes connect more deeply than anyone accepts. A sword duel can end in kissing, a witch can gain her power by helping others find love, and an entire campaign can be built around wandering matchmakers flying from system to system.
What's this? A copy of Star Wars now?
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on, no, this is reverse Star Wars.
Pretty much.
Oh,
by the way, Joel,
yeah.
on the also, you remember like Mortal Kombat, right? The guy with the robot arms.
Yes.
What's in that gorilla over there too? Looks what are they trying to sell this? Huh? Are they trying to insult my favorite character? He was my favorite fighter, for fuck's sakes. Don't insult my favorite fighter.
Ah, look at this, fellas. Age of players 13 plus.
Oh.
Hang on, does this actually involve any like sexual acts in the game?
I don't
I would
know.
imagine so.
I mean, it's called Thirsty Sword Lesbians, so I'm
You're not
assuming there's
exactly
probably
off
some
to a good
sexual content there.
Yeah, you are not exactly off to a good start right there, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
With the
say
title
the player
alone.
base should be like 18 plus, or whatever the legal age is for adult material in whatever state or country you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you're not an adult till you turn 30, so.
Actually,
Sorry, I had to throw ageism in that.
yeah, but the thing is, me being, let's say, in my mid-20s, I can relate to that. I can heavily relate to that. Jesus Christ. Anyhow, moving on, Jolt.
Yeah, let's keep
And-
going.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess, what do you think? Can games be apolitical? Can
I highly doubt it.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Hands down, hell to the fucking
Bro.
no.
Bro. I have some. You have got to see this. Look at their Kickstarter page.
Uh-oh.
Look at the
What
art
do
on
we
this
have
thing
here?
here.
Wait,
Oh,
are they?
boy.
On the right.
What kind of fur is that thing?
What
Yeah, I was asking that
the hell
question.
is that?
Is that a furry?
Is a
It's a scary attempt.
Right. It is a scary attempt, and
Okay,
that
I'm gonna
you know,
stop listening.
I totally get the
I like to
heebie-jeebies
this.
just looking at this, and I guess who can describe what we're looking at here?
I need bleach for my eyes.
I don't have the
Abomination.
slightest idea.
So what I'm
Yes.
seeing is something where the face is supposed to be more sticking out with teeth, at least the way they've been designed.
I think
mean-
what we're looking at is basically a goblin.
Right.
I just can't stop thinking about lesbians literally fucking each other with swords.
Jesus Christ.
That's just like what my mind goes to. It's fucking
Right.
weird.
And again, for our
It's just
listeners too,
gross. It just seems
permafrost
absolutely gross.
nightmare fuel.
I agree.
Right.
That is
Yeah, you're
fucking
right,
nightmare fuel.
Permafrost. You're damn right.
Yep.
What even is this?
Anyway, I guess to save you from going out to the back of the room and getting some bleach, let us.
Yeah, I don't. I need to cover my eyes over that. Ugh.
I told you I'd got. Yeah, I have the heebie-jeebies looking at that.
Ew.
Now that image really burned the back of my mind.
Yep, it's cursed.
Very
So-
cursed. Very.
Very cursed. So, next on the item, we have our real playing hours. Real week in China the game. And I understand we're kind of catching up on this, but this is just too good. Now, in case you haven't heard, China has basically put on a crackdown that's limiting how many hours their citizens can game in either a single day or a single week. You know,
Wait,
some
what?
people say it's 3 hours a week. Some people say it's 1 hour a day.
Huh?
And you can imagine people are not happy about this.
Well, we're
Sounds-
talking about a country that literally has concentration camps.
But
Based
then
on your
again,
religion.
yeah, but wasn't that just children, or does it count for adults too?
How do they monitor this?
And-
like, are they keeping
Yeah.
track of like who's online or something? Like, what if you have a Game
You
Boy?
can expect China to really go all out with their surveillance, knowing them.
Oh, they've been doing it for years. I mean, North Korea is basically anal about it.
I mean,
Yeah, but they didn't ban gaming though.
No, you're
China
right.
basically did. I guess they're trying to like get rid of the Western influence or some bullshit
It's
like
not that,
that.
like,
Probably.
have a read of
Yeah.
this. Apparently, what China are doing is in the name of reducing what's called "quote unquote" youth video game addiction.
that's not
What?
that, bro. No, not
Okay.
No.
No,
No.
that's not
No.
how it
No.
works.
No.
that's not how it works at all, my dude.
Look, this
Oh my-
makes sort of sense
oh.
to me. See, in China, there's this form of protesting where you do the minimal amount of work, you earn the minimal amount of money, just enough to survive each week. That's it.
Right.
I'm guessing that going after video games may be a way of trying to target this form of protest.
Yeah, it's definitely a political thing.
Possibly,
Do you really
possibly.
think that the Communist Party of China actually gives a flying bonkers about addiction? No, they don't. They want to hinder political messages
mean-
from being spewed.
To play devil's advocate, I am of a mixed opinion about this. Yes, it's good to have moderation in what in what you do and what you play. But how you go about this, though, I am again in disagreement over it. And again, if you are on too much of anything, it's not going to end up looking good for you, is it?
No. Never did, never will.
And again, like there are some things I like about what they're doing in China, and some things I don't. And yeah, just a live comment here. China is starting to really show companies that China is going to be a fool's gold economy.
Apparently, yes.
Oh,
True.
What do you mean fool's gold? It's literally just fake gold spray paint sprayed on a bunch of rocks.
Well, yeah.
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 I mean,
China
I hate to
knockoff.
say this.
Proper newspaper.
Yeah, I
even.
mean, I hate to say this, but I mean, I know the fact that there's a lot of like cheap ass China knockoffs these days, and they're for
It's
shit.
true, man.
But you
They're
also
for
got to
shit.
understand something important is that you have to understand how copyright, how property rights, and all that exist in China is completely different to the way it exists in the West. Copying
yeah.
something isn't considered to be wrong per se, but
Wasn't there
producing
like some
crappy
kind of
knockoffs-
pro Hong Kong protest that was in like Fortnite or some shit like that?
Oh
I
yeah,
forget
maybe
the
it's
name.
Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and China got so pissed off they tried to like ban the game from their entire country because
It was
you know,
Nintendo. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the-
yeah,
what was it,
Nintendo,
Furry
yeah,
game?
Yeah.
actually,
Animal
that would have been a
Crossing.
good
Crap.
thing. That would have been a good thing, yeah, because at least China would have some sanity against Fortnite. Fortnite.
You would think that Winnie the Pooh would be all okay over there, but no, Winnie the
No,
Pooh's
they
banned.
banned him too.
All right, obligatory. China.
Now, everyone remember, it's not the Chinese citizens that we're poking fun at.
No,
Specifically,
it's the Communist
it's-
Party.
large companies that rip
communism.
things off and the government.
Communism.
Yes, and the companies who choose to invest in China very heavily, such
Yeah,
as
man,
the NBA
I feel bad for the people that live there. I mean,
and Disney.
God help them.
Yeah, they live in
I mean-
tofu buildings that like literally fall over,
Even if you
Which is
scrape
like
us
gust
in the
of wind.
face of it.
Right.
or someone
But-
farts on the top floor.
No,
Yeah,
someone
there's a couple
farts in
more
the-
I've got to say about, just about this
Sorry.
as well. Again, just to clarify, state news outlets, according to state news outlets, online gaming companies will be required to limit under 18s to just 3 hours of playtime a week between the hours of 8 and
Jeez.
9 in the evening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So is that study and
So-
work time, or
Like only, so that people are only allowed to play from 8 to 9 on Friday and the weekends, basically, if you're under the age of 18.
I wonder if this is
Oh.
also a bandwidth issue?
Oh,
You
maybe.
think China really has good internet? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't
good
think
point.
it does. I don't think they do it. I mean, I've talked to a couple of people there, and they said the internet's for shit.
I mean, maybe it's a bandwidth issue, but bro, 3 hours a week? That's like impossible. How are you going to finish a game in like a week?
That's besides the point.
You
I'm
can't, though.
thinking they're referring to online multiplayer, so something
Again,
like,
like games
Fortnite.
like Fortnite. Yeah, you're right. Fortnite.
That's even worse. What the heck? You can't just. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I have to go. My government doesn't allow me to play anymore. What
That's
the heck?
bullshit.
But
That's
is it
a
only
bunch
for
of
people
crap.
under the age of 18 or older?
Under, because it says that that this has teeth, like real name verification systems need to be put in place, and so and
Uh-huh.
so. But
So
even
now
then,
they're-
people again, people being the people that what we are, and that we have an innate tendency for what's freedom, are gonna find ways around this.
Oh,
They
you're
just
right
have to
about
try
that.
hard enough.
You're right
So
about
hold on,
that.
just out of curiosity, is it considered child abuse if a police officer turns around and beats a child? Or is it just considered
I-
criminal justice?
Around here, yes, but in China, I would believe that's the thing to go. Jesus Christ. That's fucking awful to live by.
That's bad. You try having a medical system where the only cure is a bullet.
No.
No, and I'm being
Euthanasia.
serious here. That is not a joke.
Holy shit. That
Damn.
euthanasia.
Well, it solves all the problems. Person's not going to come back with follow-up issues.
Oh, you're right.
But I mean, a games ban like this, to be honest, is ridiculous, especially around those times. If they only put the ban on during, say, regular school hours during extended lockdown, then yes, there could be an argument that it would help students or force students to study. The thing is, though, it's too restrictive. Geez, I mean, what else? I mean, what happens if the class actually requires you to play a game?
Good point.
I know. I mean, there's certain like educational things out there too. So does that count as a game then?
To say that this
Yeah.
is to say something like this though is surprising. Really underestimates the level that Chinese government's willing to go to, especially with something like this.
Okay, so we've got a couple of live comments as well. Mace Aftershock. It should be up to the parents to determine how long the kids can play video games, not the government. I'm with you on that
Well,
one.
Exactly. Yeah, good point.
Yep.
Well, I think that would be, let's see, a term more fitting for, well, Jolt's home country and even Obelcan's is the nanny state. You like the nanny state, don't you, Jolt?
I mean, China's becoming
buddy.
that. It's very scary.
Okay, if you want to know how bad it can actually get in Australia, people who are on low income and are unable to cover expenses such as food, rent, bills, you're given something that's called, what was that card called again that Centrelink have?
I can't remember
Basically,
what it was called.
It prevents you from buying, say, for instance, going down to the market and buying fresh fruit and vegetables directly from a farmer.
So they
It doesn't
fucking
allow
steal
you
it.
to go to shops that aren't officially registered with the government to accept payment from this card.
Bruh.
This was also introduced to the indigenous community, I believe, at one point as a test, just to stop the consumption of alcoholism.
Bro,
So
they're fucking
that's a bit of a
insane.
problem.
Are
Oh,
they
boy.
fucking insane?
If someone is that bad that they can't take care of themselves, then yes, until they can prove that they can take care of themselves. But they should also have the ability to save the money and not have it just simply reset each fortnight. Otherwise, how is someone supposed to be able to save to, say, go on a holiday, buy a car? I don't know. Yeah, so a basic card. That's the one, basic card.
The basic card. Jesus
Is that
Christ.
Yeah.
like is that different than like the vaccine passport, or is it kind of like the same purpose?
This has been around for years.
Oh shit!
It's not
Okay.
new.
Oh wow.
It's just you have to be in a really bad place. This is how restrictive the government here can be if you prove yourself to be incapable. However, getting off of it, I have no idea about.
Jesus
I've just known that a
Christ.
couple of times it's sort of revved up to the point where I may have gotten onto it.
What if, the thing is, what if there is no storage because no one ever got off of it? They're fucking cursed with it for life.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Oh,
It
no, you
kinda
can get
sounds-
off of it if you get a job.
It kind of sounds like
Oh.
if you're like a felon, like if you commit a crime, like a really bad, like a felony or something like that.
Nope.
Where like you can't apply for certain jobs or. Do
Oh,
something
yes.
like- it's kind of like that.
Something like that, yes, but you don't actually have to
Mm.
commit a crime. You just have to show yourself to be horribly incompetent.
Oh,
Or
gee.
indigenous.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's weird.
Very weird
Indigenous in a
indeed.
certain area, so.
Let's got a couple of live comments as well, like Mace Aftershock. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you need to have a high social credit score to get high-speed internet in China?
Oh, probably.
It's getting that way there, yes.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
That's fucking cold.
No, it's not.
Sometimes we may never figure out all the answers to China.
I
Coof.
think,
No, we understand what China is. It's basically some insecure dumb fuck who thinks they can control everything. Especially the amount of time someone can go to the toilet per day.
well, you're right on that, surprisingly.
That's pretty much it. That was what I was about to say, in this thing. Like, why don't you plan when I go to the toilet, eat meals, and go to bed? Like, so even people in China are visibly upset about this too.
Now with good reason too, unfortunately.
I would be pissed.
Who wouldn't be?
Exactly. They're trying to control everyone. Communism. That's what they're trying to do here to us.
Yeah,
And
the
actually-
unfortunate thing is,
They did mention in the article that Beijing was very skeptical about technology,
Right.
so that's partly the reason why they're doing this.
Mm,
Why
Technology.
put a system in when you don't fully trust it? They're just
Right.
again desperate.
besides,
Well,
What are kids supposed to do anyway for fun? Anyway, they're supposed to just go stand
Huh.
over a.
Old-fashioned, I guess. You know, it only says video games. You never know. You could become a card game or a board game addict, and
Well,
that's
think-
you know.
Well, you already know that.
But no, seriously, should kids just simply go out into the street, stand in the middle of the road where they got like those sewer entries, and just wait for the thing to blow up and send them flying? Again?
I wouldn't be
Oh, and that is
surprised.
an actual thing in China.
Yeah,
I
wait,
don't even know.
wait until
I
the
didn't even
fingers
know if that's a
explode.
real thing.
Yeah, and one thing, yes. Now, here's another add-on that you guys would love regarding China, and I guess what's been happening. China bans "quote-unquote" sissy man and other abnormal aesthetics from appearing on television in order to promote revolutionary culture.
What the hell?
Revolutionary culture.
The revolution.
Oh.
Well, you are talking about a
Yeah.
country that turned around and executed all landowners.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Hunter Mao was.
Yeah.
So now, because of this, though, thanks to the
Let's see.
sense of happy government of China, male individuals and characters deemed to be too effeminate have now been banned from being broadcast on television inside the communist state's borders.
Mm-hmm.
So this is literally a version of trying to control the way people act.
Right, like let's read this next statement here from the article banning comics. The ban was issued following a recent call by Chinese President Xi Jinping for a quote-unquote national rejuvenation, wherein the state exuded pressure upon China's businesses and citizens in the hopes that such coercion would help quote-unquote persuade them to hand the country's communist government more control of business, education, culture, and religion. As part of this plan for a supposedly quote-unquote healthier China, the country's National Radio and TV Administration announced on September 2nd that television productions must resolutely put an end to sissy men and other abnormal aesthetics, while also
Oh my
insultingly
God.
referring to such individuals as Nyang Pao or literally girly guns.
Wow. So
I guess that means
femboys
you
are
might-
banned in China, basically.
So does that mean the Hello Kitty P90 won't be available for sale in China anymore?
Yeah.
Unfortunately so, I guess.
Oh
Unfortunately.
I
God.
had to go there.
Dude,
I know.
I would totally vibe with a gun, you know, if it had a Hello Kitty paint job or not on it.
Oh yeah, it's actually this really pretty pink color.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put
I
that-
mean,
Bro, China literally said that they're going to ban sissy boys. What?
I guess they're
What
going
are
to
you
stop selling
talking
all the
about?
tofu then because the soy is going to be infecting them. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
that's
John. I
true.
saw
So
that one
say
from
no
you.
to vegan burgers.
Oh, that's true.
I'll still eat them.
That's another one. Now to say no to vegan burgers.
Say no to soy milk, say no to vegan burgers, and say no to... Yeah.
yeah. No.
Oh, healthier China. Say no to femboys.
They
Okay,
probably
no.
want all these people to just
No, say no to
join the
traps.
military.
Yeah, right.
Guys, say no to traps. To promote a
Yeah.
healthier China.
Wow. Just wow.
Jeez. Just cheese. What the hell?
What a
What's
terrible
next?
place to live.
Don't
I know,
ever
I mean-
ask that question, Red. Don't ask what's next. Just don't. You don't want to know.
No.
I don't want to know, but I'm just curious. What the hell are they gonna ban next?
Next
Probably
thing. Oh, here's the
breathing.
next thing. Here's the next thing. Okay, read the article
Uh-oh.
further. Furthermore, broadcasters have also been ordered to avoid giving a spotlight to quote unquote vulgar internet celebrities, as such promotion could lead to an admiration of the celebrity's individual wealth and fame, or any performers who quote unquote violate public order or display quote unquote lost morality.
Oh, here's a
Lost
good question.
morality.
Is this going to affect all of TikTok?
I guess so.
I think it is. I
Lost
think it is.
morality.
That's a good question. Remember, TikTok is China owned, so
Well, they're screwed.
Yep.
Especially all the femboy furries too there on TikTok. Jesus Christ, they're
Nope,
screwed too.
banned from China because of all because of all those femboy long socks and all those arm sleeves.
Yeah. There's all that non-fun stuff.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh geez, all right, you're gonna love this next bit.
Oh, what is it?
Uh-oh.
You'll
Release
want
Jackie-
to read it, Gil? Want to read it?
Yeah. Instead, broadcasters have encouraged to promote excellent Chinese traditional culture, revolutionary culture, and advanced socialist culture. What in fuck's name does that even mean?
Basically,
Well,
what's going on in the
basically
US right now
that,
with all the protesters.
According
Yeah.
to the Associated Press, the latest action by the Chinese government, quote unquote, reflects official concern that the Chinese pop stars, influenced by the sleek, fashionable look of some South Korean and Japanese singers and actors, are failing to encourage China's young men to be masculine enough. That's a good point. Japan has a lot of femboys. That's
Yeah.
It also sounds like that China's sort of pissed at the fact they can't buy anime.
Look,
Yeah,
actual
Yes.
oh my goodness. Good point.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
definitely.
jelly.
oh,
You
and one
go
more
Japan.
thing.
You go with that.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, you go Japan. Oh, and one more thing. You go Korea, man. They can't buy the popularity of K-drama as well.
Yes.
Yeah, or
K-pop.
K-pop.
Don't forget
Yeah,
about
you don't see
K-pop.
that in
K-pop
China.
is the best. Aviera, you know K-pop is the best.
Yeah, I know.
I think
I know.
I hate K-pop, to be honest, but I really don't give a fuck about it.
Bro,
So
I
you know, whatever.
Bro,
I mean,
I
it's
used
culturally
to-
significant, so I'm on
fighting
board.
words,
Whatever.
son. I used to be in a phase where I listened to K-pop.
See,
Oh,
you're
really?
on board with us.
Unironically, you mean?
Well, just
I
because I,
used-
don't like it doesn't mean
Bro.
I'm going to turn around and say it has to be ended.
I actually
Could you
did
imagine
listen to
like
K-pop for
Z-pop,
real.
like Chinese bands, like trying to imitate that crap? Like, no
It
way.
doesn't work. It's failure.
can't.
It's just going to be epic failure.
Right.
Fail,
As-
fail, fail.
Right. One last thing. As of writing, it is unclear if this ban will be limited to real-world actors or if it will extend to animated characters. Now, just imagine this: that in order to be on Chinese TV, you have to be man enough to be on Chinese TV. You know, no sweepy hairdos, no long socks, no femboy arm sleeves, no trap stuffs, no kitty cat bells. Yeah.
Oh my god. No,
That's
no.
lame.
Lame as hell.
Well, it really falls down to what the actual public want, to be honest. I mean, if it's not popular and people don't watch it over there, then... eh. But if they want to watch it out of protest...
Right.
Now, what's the point of all that then, right?
You know, and I do have to play devil's advocate in favor of China for this because
Again.
there was one point where China did recognize they were in a masculinity crisis.
That's
Okay, yeah.
true. I forgot
is
about
actually
that.
True.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Russia did something very similar when they tried to ban homosexual advertising to minors.
That's not really the point. It's not about
Hmm.
that was actually protecting traditional values, not about restoring
Right. Well,
the
that's
masculinity
that's
crisis.
what China's doing now, right? They're trying to protect their
was-
traditional values by getting rid of all that.
All the weed
Yeah.
shit, right?
Mm.
guess
I don't
it's all
know.
the weed shit. I don't know.
Well, again, they don't. I guess, yeah, they are jealous of weeb shit. You're probably right on that one. Or they just, yeah. Again, it's just one of those things. Again, and I imagine what would the femboy reaction to this would be, right?
I mean,
Mhm.
you don't have to imagine much, to just figure out what the hell's going on already.
Yeah. But again, I guess this is where the state of China is really heading to, and we may never figure out all of it.
It's never going to be the same again.
Why would it ever be, huh?
It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting to see what happens when the next person takes over the country, to see how they go.
Probably worse.
Yeah, way worse.
Especially
Oh,
since
yeah. Kind of
Uh,
like Kim.
It's because the way how I see it says things are quite fucked up as it is over there. So there might not be a lot to save in one lifetime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, at the end of the day, I just want to say, yeah, I am kind of in support of this. So stop eating those vegan burgers and those soy milks and all of that shit. And you won't end up being, or you will be banned from China's broadcasting networks.
Surprisingly,
You know,
Wait, are
there's
we
only,
actually broadcasted? Are we rebroadcasted in China or television or something?
I have no idea.
me either. Hey Joel, I got a funny joke for you though.
Yeah.
The only thing that comes out of China that's actually good is their rice.
You're right.
Well, you can say what you want about that, but I have different opinions on which country makes the best rice.
What's your
that's-
favorite joke?
Oh, I don't know. I love Thai rice.
Ooh.
Japan, Korea, you name
Man,
it. The only
Spanish
place
rice
good.
like Goya is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Goya,
Yeah, that yellow
On a
stuff.
side note
Oh,
too, I buy the occasional Indian ones, like the basmati rice. They're good. And yeah, lots of people as well. Mexican rice, burritos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
good
yeah,
point.
good.
Yes.
It's definitely a big one too. And yeah, of
Especially
course.
especially when they're homemade, that's the best.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I might stop for now.
All right. So I guess that's the end of that. And we have one last item, which I would actually venture to say is another. If you wanted another strike on why anime should not be left in the hands of Westerners or turned to live action, this is
Live
it.
action. Live action anime.
Netflix live action One Piece head writer compares Luffy to Kamala Harris and St. Charles to Trump.
What?
Oh, goodness.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the
Such
fuck?
fucking-
What in fuck's name?
I
What?
just like that picture that they use. Oh
Listen,
my god.
listen. I have watched One Piece ever since I was, the anime from the get-go came to morning TV, and I did not see any friggin' undertones of politics in the show. Granted, I have not watched One Piece in a very long time, but it still stands. Where the hell do they get these mental gymnastics from?
I would guess Twitter.
Probably.
You'd be right.
That's my guess. Twitter's for
Well-
twits anyways.
That's where the
Hey,
hell
I call
shit
it
comes
twit.
From.
Fucking Woolworths. I mean, Jesus Christ. Sorry, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
the whole
so-
One Piece thing too. I mean, why is it that people try to put their own fears and stuff on topics? It's weird.
And it doesn't belong there too, eh?
But it's
It
the kind of
doesn't.
shit that actual racists do anyway, to turn around and to get people to swing to their side. So why turn around and scream, you're a racist, while doing the exact same stuff they do? I mean,
It
give
doesn't
people
add
the
up.
opportunity to make up their own mind by telling the truth from all sides.
I mean, come on, people.
And this is the man who is responsible for running the Netflix adaptation of One Piece, turning this into a live action thing.
Who?
Bro, spare me.
Is this going to be like that whole bullshit where Cowboy Bebop?
Yes. Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
That's kind of the analogy I was going for too, because Netflix have gotten their grubby hands on making a Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation.
it ain't gonna work.
Nope.
No, Faye so
it's
far
gonna
has
fail.
failed.
Yeah, people were
gonna absolutely
people were
positively
imaginatively
fail.
upset about that.
I
heard.
liked Cowboy Bebop. I thought it was a good anime, just as itself, not
Mhm.
based on whatever people want to turn around and say about how blah this, blah that. It was a good anime to sit and watch. It
Yeah.
had heart.
Right.
From
Okay.
the bullshit I've seen of the actress, holy shit, I'm not watching that.
Me
Uh-uh.
neither.
No, hell no.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get back to Cowboy Bebop in a sec. But here is something interesting. So, with the anime adaptations and stuff, the character descriptions regarding what races the characters would be. The creator of the One Piece series, Eiichiro Oda, when he had proposed, when fans asked what real life races the Straw Hats pirate would be, and they said in the notes, Nami and Sanji could be as any race, quote unquote, but the creator himself proposed that they would be Swedish and French, respectively.
Wait, would that fit the actual character?
Probably yes. and
Actually,
probably not.
yes. I can imagine Sanji as French. Absolutely, 100%. I can imagine the swordsman Zolo being Spanish.
Jeez.
Totally.
Okay.
If it works, then go for it. But if it doesn't, then
Oh, here is this. Get this. Here's some of the
Oh,
notes
Lord.
of the people's races and nationalities. Luffy, the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, is Brazilian.
what?
What?
Brazilian, huh? Sopa de
Okay.
macaco.
Wait, is this because they found an actor Brazilian that matches what they're looking for? Or is this just because they're going for work points?
I'd probably go with that stereotypes.
Yeah. Stereotypes, it happens a lot.
But isn't that like racial profiling?
Yep.
Yep, it is.
Isn't that referred
Okay.
to as being racist?
Next thing. Okay. Who knows? Zolo, as I said, Zoro the swordsman, I said he would be, I imagine him as Spanish. I still totally could. Asian.
Of course.
Well, okay, I could totally vibe with that. I
Asian.
could totally vibe with that.
Really
problem.
Asian.
All right. Nami, open to any ethnicity, although, again, he could be Swedish. Apparently, that's what the creator said. Open to any ethnicity. Okay. Yeah, you can see where my concern is headed towards, right?
Especially being Netflix.
Yes.
Very
So,
much so.
are they trying to just like explicitly go for like diversity hires and affirmative action, or are they actually trying to make a good live action true to the anime?
Probably it's
And
just a fucking
if
live action.
They are
knockoff.
basically trying to make it with true to the, quote unquote true to the anime with adaptation, artistic liberty and adaptations.
So does that mean they're just going to blackwash everyone?
Well,
Oh boy.
Probably.
Next,
Probably.
I had to
Jesus
go there,
Christ.
sorry.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
you
it
can imagine
seems like
too.
it. Who knows?
Next one, Usopp, the guy, the shooter, black ethnicity, bro.
Mm,
Oh
okay.
no. Oh
Okay.
god, I already see where this is going already.
Yep.
Okay.
I can see it.
Yep.
I can
Okay.
see it now. The
And
rain
okay, here's
is
the list that
gone.
Oda Sensei, the creator himself, has said. I'll put it in. Luffy, Brazilian, Zoro, Japan. Okay, yeah. Nami,
Ah.
Sweden. Usopp, Africa. What kind?
Hmm. Which
Chopper-
part, though?
Sanji, France. Yes. Chopper the reindeer. Canada.
Okay.
Don't tell me they're just gonna go with the Canadian A thing.
Hey,
Oh,
sorry,
North Pole.
Bukiri.
Why not North Pole?
Oh, sorry, Bukiri.
Okay, next one, Robin, Russia. You know that. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my god.
Frankie, United States of America.
Miracle.
Yeah, and
What-
Brooke,
what's-
Austria. Yeah.
What
Austria.
century was this going to be based in, out of curiosity?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because
And
if they want to base it back in the period where piracy, at least what's popularized, is then they'd have to rely on a different century. At which point, names, places may be different.
Yeah, some of these countries didn't even exist in like the 1800s.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
That's
history.
again, this is One Piece, remember? But
Yeah.
And it's a lot of it's a
Mhm.
lot of pirate fantasy. It's really what it is. But yeah, again, at the end of the day, I guess all the creators could do in both of these series is just twiddle their thumbs and hope they just stay but pray and hope that it will turn out good, and that's what the Cowboy Bebop creator himself said. The Cowboy Bebop creator Shinichiro Watanabe is unsure if Netflix will listen to his feedback on the live-action adaptation. He says, "I have no
No.
choice but to pray and hope
Oh
that
my
it will turn
God.
out good."
No.
So, does anyone remember Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing to come out of that movie, however, was the fact we got Dragon Ball Super. It's like the only good thing to come out of that movie.
Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, I remember
Wait,
that one.
Yep.
I'm just kind of concerned that the creator of Cowboy Bebop is saying this, that he has to pray that it turns out okay. That's not
Yeah.
good. Like, if you're the creator of this whole intellectual property, you shouldn't have to like just go on a whim and just pray that it works out okay. It's kind of messed up.
Because everyone's like, how can I say? People freak out when the atheists start praying to Jesus.
Yeah, that's when you know shit gets real. That's right.
Jesus Christ, that's just
Oh
fucking
my
horrifying.
I mean, just
Yeah, and you can see why even now the animes are just so they should rightly be cautious and reluctant to offer them to offer their intellectual property to Westerners to adapt.
And follow the damn thing for fuck's sakes too, huh?
Yes, a faithful adaptation indeed. Yes, remember, even when Japanese were surveyed, yes, they might like the Western production values, but they don't like it when they're not faithful to the source material.
And then just call it like some sort of like fucking artistic creation, right?
Oh,
yeah.
And who knows? I mean, they're just gonna blackwash everything, right?
Actually, fun fact, the One Piece thing is going to be filmed in South Africa.
Oh boy, this is
Oh.
gonna
And I
end
think
well.
it's actually quite fitting as well. Modern day piracy exists, but only within places like Somalia.
Yeah, I was gonna say Somalia.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is,
Oh,
if ever I
boy.
get.
The
Yes.
only reason why they do that is because it's so poor over there.
I mean, they could get fucking like skewered alive for all we know.
Not to mention the only reason why ships usually get targeted is because they don't fork out for hush money. Or
Yep.
the pay us or we'll go and commit piracy on your boat.
Wasn't there like a
Yeah.
movie about the Somali pirates with like Tom Hanks and he got like attacked by some pirates and some crap?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was based
Yeah.
on a true story.
Yep.
Yep,
Man.
it was.
That's crazy.
Why?
Because who would want to be in that situation?
No one.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I am the captain. No. No, fuck you. No, you're not.
No.
Like, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Right. So again, just to go back to the whole creation thing, and following, just they asked him, the creator, if you were the original creator, how would you feel if what you saw in the original scenario pitch and what was broadcasted differed? And the creator Watanabe replied, "That would leave a sour taste in my mouth."
Actually, not a sour, a bitter taste. Not just him, but everyone is
Creator used that terminology, and I'm pretty sure someone who created enough to come up with a popular TV show would be very careful with their words.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
That is what the creator of Cowboy Bebop himself said. So,
Oh my.
Oh gosh.
Oh my lord.
yes. And that's really all of it, though. It's just,
He did
I
make
guess
a
the only
good
thing
point
he
about
is-
transitioning manga to anime, which
yeah.
no
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
done successfully. But when you turn an anime into a live action show, that doesn't that's
That
not
does
really
not
like
bode well.
commutable. You know what I mean?
Well, there was always Super Mario Brothers, which for a while was sort of like the gold standard.
Yeah, and
was
then you
the
saw
gold
their
Yeah.
movie, right? Did you see the freaking
That's the movie. That's what
Mario
I'm referring.
movie with like the dinosaur world and all that crap? Yeah, they didn't. I don't know what the hell that was.
Probably a bunch
Daddy,
of
Well-
why were you in
artistic
that
creation.
movie?
On a plus note, though, well, I guess the creator himself is somewhat cautiously optimistic if he could say that statement and then put a lol at the end of it.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess so.
that'd be fitting.
That's it. No, God willing, Netflix does a good job of it. But
God
I
willing.
would honestly, take it all with a grain of salt. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
very
but
cautious.
that's the thing about it all too, though. God willing, and Netflix don't go in the same phrase.
True. All right. So I guess that is it for the week. Crazy
Mhm.
stuff all around, innit?
Yeah.
So
Too
who'd like to
crazy.
wrap up with a closing statement?
Well, I mean, one thing you can say for sure about it, though, too, is that, well, the world right now but it might be a crazy place, but buckle up, it's gonna get even crazier.
Tell me about it, mister. Tell me about it.
We
Alright.
live in a
It's gonna get way worse.
Yes, Noble.
I need more space for sewing. That's all I'll say.
I don't know, man. The one-man armband factory is doing a good enough job, and
I mean, hell, I gotta love these things.
people are rightfully pissed that
Mhm.
you now have the title of "This is the Chud who makes the Raiders armbands."
Yeah.
Oh, anyone wants
These
to
look
get all
pretty
cheesy
good.
about this? I've already shown this before, so you're a little late to the party.
Actually, I appreciate, and Noble's work on all that. It's pretty good, too.
Yeah,
Sadly,
you seen how good the armbands actually look.
indeed. Although I haven't had one in person, but who knows? Maybe later on. Maybe we'll never know.
All right. Next up, Mighty. Any closing statements to round out the week?
Yeah, it's just been a crazy ass week. I mean, especially with everything that's happening. I mean, and then I'm not trying to put fear into anyone here. I mean, no offense to anyone, but be aware of the date tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
And also be
All
very
right.
careful where you would be on that day too, right?
Exactly.
I remember it so damn well.
2001. We will
Thank you.
never forget.
No, me neither.
Thank you.
Always remember.
Hey, Vera.
Yes, well, on a more positive note, I would just like to remind everyone that, yeah, happy birthday, Allie. You're awesome. And happy birthday, Spyro. 23 years. Hell yeah. This week was pretty fun, and I hope to see y'all next time.
And until then,
As ever, thank you all for listening in, and I hope you enjoyed this show as much as we did in the making of this week's productions. As always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and many more platforms later on down the hole. And just as a closing statement, do keep true to the to the manga source material. Read your mangas. Get about the Western stuff. Stop eating vegan burgers and stop ingesting soy.
and eat real meat
Amen.
and go for actual meat too, rather than supplying piracy with that stuff too. Jeez.
Yes, artificial meat is a big no-no. So, this is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
Bye
Free Hong
bye.
Kong.
And until then.
Later.